Is that what
I'm a
corn
freak
reference?
on a leash, so I guess that's okay.
You're a freak on a leash. That's not your name. What's your name, stranger? I'm recording.
My name is Noble.
Hey, what's up? And I got another guy here. What's his name?
My name is Office Magic.
All right. And there's someone sitting next to me. What's your name, stranger?
My name is Parapants.
Hey, everybody. I'm glad you came together all under anime. My name is Alvin, and we watched Violet Evergarden. Quick impressions, starting with Noble.
No.
I feel that. Office magic.
This is everything that's wrong with anime and,
Now wait, I'm
television and
I don't
movies.
see any traps.
Oh, okay. Parapants.
I have a lot to say about this, but just for one, I'm gonna say, yeah, I was underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed by it.
Well, I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Noble?
No, keep going, buddy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like,
I've noticed this, and I didn't fucking do my research again. Parapants, do you remember the show we watched where this chick? It was like a Heidi-like setting, and this chick was a witch trapped in a pod on a train, and there was an explosion. You remember that?
I do remember that. I don't remember the name.
I should have looked it up. I was gonna do that too, but what I want to say is there have been several. Whenever an anime goes to like a Heidi-like setting,
what's a Heidi setting? Alvin?
Big green hill, green mountain valleys, and kind of that Victorian-esque setting with the old-timey cars and candle.
I was gonna say like a World War I Germanic setting.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
Kind of European, World War I, but not like any specific country. Like I've never gotten any enjoyment out of any anime in that.
Not even Hayao Miyazaki's masterpiece, Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh my god, dude! When I saw that, I'm like, "What the fuck is the big deal about?" It's like the movie is like, is that the chick who's a witch?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like she moves
a little kid on a broom.
She moves into a house, and then I guess she just starts delivering shit. And
Kiki's Delivery Service.
And then what happens? What's the arc? What happens?
Arc?
Tell me what happens in the end.
Oh, well, she saves that guy she was into because she starts losing her powers for some reason. I forget exactly why. It's been about a decade since I've seen that.
I think that's when I think I was on board with Miyazaki. He did Porco Rosso, right?
He did.
I saw that. I think that was my first Miyazaki film. And I was like, oh, this guy really is all the shit. And then I saw Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm like, I don't really know what the point of that is.
What that tells me is you have no taste.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me.
I do like the Raccoon War. I don't know if he did that too. Pompoko, I think.
Yeah, well, that was Studio Gilby. I don't know if he directed that one though.
I might know what you were talking about if you were using the English names.
The Raccoon War, but yeah. But anyway, that's my short little hot take on this. It's just, I mean, I could tell they put a lot of work into this, like just drawing.
Why?
Annie, I think this was produced by Netflix or something.
Yeah, there was a Netflix logo.
It sure is.
They're gonna try and sell this shit worldwide, probably.
Why do they work so hard to make the hair and costumes and backgrounds perfect?
It's Avatar, baby.
When the story is garbage.
Yeah, it's Avatar, baby. What'd I just say?
I don't know. I kind of liked Avatar.
Beautiful, but the story is fucking non-existent.
Wait, you liked Avatar? Like
I would like Avatar more than Violet Evergarden. Yes.
Kill yourself. Yeah. Okay.
What if there were no mean robots in Avatar and it was just like?
What if instead of Avatar they had robots and those robots fight blue people, but instead it was a robot who has trouble holding a fork and she cries about it for 20 minutes? Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, hey, I can sense a lot of emotion, a lot of strong feelings.
Well, there's a lot of emotion in this show, but I'm not sure what they're emotional about. Oh.
Hey, one of the early things I learned about writing from my writing teacher in college was you're supposed to write about what the most important and interesting thing in your character's life is. Why the fuck are we watching her sort mail instead of being this freaking war that's over already?
Because it's about emotion. Look, haven't you ever seen a girl who's doll-like and innocent and thought, I just want to protect this person?
No.
Really?
Not once.
Have you no heart, Noble?
No, I just don't care about those sorts of things.
Well, I mean, does she need protecting since she's a battle cyborg? I mean,
know what I'm saying?
Is she a cyborg? Is she? Because I don't know.
She's robotic.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
All right, let's get started.
I know that she has a job at the post office. I have no idea who she is.
Oh, all right. So let me just run through the plot here. Fucking. We start with some dream sequence where like she's following this dude who I guess is named Gilbert. We don't know it at the time, and she sees a gem and whatever, same color as your eyes or some shit. And she wakes up in the hospital, and then it's like, oh, and then she starts writing a letter. She's like, hey, I'm feeling better. Put me back on the front line. Of course, she's not feeling fucking better because she can't even hold the fucking pen. And this dude shows up. I don't know if I wrote his name down. Is it Hodgins? None of you guys remember, right?
Oh, no, man. I'm sorry.
Just call him red-haired dude.
Yeah, anime guy. Yeah.
Anime guy.
Anime boy, number one.
He's like trying to get her to come. He's like, hey, you should come with me. There's a place for you. And she's like, on the front line with Gilbert? Where's Gilbert? And he's like, Gilbert would want you to come with me. She's like, is Gilbert dead? What's going on here? He's like, let's get in the car. And that's the whole deal.
His name's Claudia.
Claudia, like with an A?
Yep. Like a woman.
That's pretty soft. All right. So they're in the car, and then he's like, hey, pick a stuffed animal. I thought this was really kind of left field, like you were really trying too hard. Like, I think that's when they lost me, when he was like, pick a stuffed animal. Because then I'm like, you're trying to get me to like this chick way too hard. And I'm just gonna rebel. Yeah.
I think they lost me when they called the show Violet Evergarden.
Well, what's wrong with the title Violet Evergarden?
It kind of sounds like a feminine vaginal wash.
Yeah, it's like
it sounds like it smells good. It's like, honey, is there something different about you?
Yeah,
they could have Violet Evergarden.
They could have called this show "Not for Me," not for you. You know,
not for Office Magic.
Yeah.
Strong enough for a man, but made for
but not made for Office Magic.
Not for a man, but it's not for that particular man. Office Magic. Sorry.
Okay. When I'm done with, hold on. Parapants is pulling me to the bench. I'm done with the whole plot thing.
When you're finishing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep running through this thing. All right. So yeah, she picks the dog because like, hey, people used to call me a bitch. I know. She said I was Gilbert's dog.
Yeah, his big brother apparently called her that.
Yeah. The other people in the army called it.
What's his name? Datefried? Whatever the fuck his name is. Anyway, Gilbert's big brother called her that because he's an asshole.
No, actually, now that I think about it, if she would have said like, "Yeah, I'm taking this dog because they used to call me a bitch," I would have been kind of back on board.
I would have been back on it.
Hey.
But no, it's like, no, you're Gilbert's dog, little girl who's in this man's army. So they're driving, and I guess they get on a. Wait, hold on. Let me get back to my notes. Oh, she before she gets in the car, she forgets the emerald brooch, and he's like, "Fuck your brooch, bitch. We gotta go."
The brooch wasn't there on her when they found her, so it's probably on the battlefield still or something.
Noble's notes are better than mine. Yes,
I didn't take any notes.
All right, so we got a little flashback to Gilbert bleeding to death in an alley or some shit, and then it goes like, "Hey, you're gonna live with the Evergardens, and let's go have some tea." And this old lady's like, "Hey, welcome to my fucking house. Have some tea." And she fucking drops tea all over the place. And then it's like, hey, you're gonna burn your hands. And she like takes off these bandages to reveal robot hands. And at this point, I ask, why do robot hands need bandages? And
probably so people won't give her weird looks.
Yeah, well,
maybe the bandages are there because if they're not there, all the robot parts fall off. That would have been fun.
That's not very good craftsmanship.
She'd be a shitty robot like fucking Bender from Futurama.
I'd rather
Echo and Make.
Echo and Make. That'd be awesome if she just put up her hand and said Echo and Make.
Probably the people that wrote the show make Gundam models, and they're like, "Don't touch the glue; they'll dry. Let it dry overnight."
Yeah. You gotta put decals on her hand.
Remind me of Full Metal Alchemist, because not Edward. What's his name? Is it Edward?
Dude,
the main one?
Wasn't it Edmund? I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway, the guy with the automail arm had like bandages on his arm when he first showed up too.
I guess it's to show like vulnerability because it's like you're always wounded because you got bandages on. But then like afterwards, they're like, "Hey, how about you put some fucking gloves on?" I think that's when. Do they do it here that she puts the gloves on, or is it later?
Yep,
they do that a lot in anime. And I've read that the reason why they always have girls in anime that are bandaged, or like Hello Kitty has no fingers,
protected.
It makes the women very vulnerable, and like it's easy for men to overpower them, like psychologically.
Jesus Christ!
I think he might have messed up the translation on that last part.
God, I hope that's not true.
Well, think about like the first time you see what is it? Is it Rey in Evangelion? Yes. She's like all messed up.
Yeah.
Like Shinji's like, yeah, oh wow, I'm like into her, you know.
What? Can't fight back if she doesn't have hands.
He was creeped out, like, oh God, what the fuck happened to this chick?
No, he was like,
his dad's all like, put her in the robot. Nigga, she's bleeding. Put her in the robot.
Yeah. But yeah, the bandage thing is, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I don't. But all right.
It makes it so much. Everything about this show is so emotional. To have bandages on robot arms. Like so emotional. I can't handle the level of emotion. You know why I know there's a lot of emotion? Because everything's like animated super slowly. It's like they turn their head and the hair like goes like whoa. And all the music is like violins. Emotions.
Czechoslovakian orchestra.
There's so many emotions.
You're not being that cliche right now, are you?
I mean, it's like the 12-minute like
guy, and I don't like feelings.
Well, no, I mean, like when you watch Star Trek: The Next Generation, the end credits last like 30 seconds, but on these new anime shows, they start showing the end credits like 5 minutes after the show starts. It's like,
oh yeah, I will get to that. But yeah, that was kind of a fake out.
Yeah,
they did just pop right in, but they didn't do music just yet.
Well, I think
there's like supreme levels of music in this show. Like,
no, I'm talking about towards the end. You're talking about the beginning credits.
There's just music everywhere. It's like we're here at the house. Da 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 da.
I do kind of remember that. Yeah, it was cinematic. The whole thing.
Cinematic.
Yes, I noticed there were a few shots in this where it's like they tried really hard to make it like a movie, like time lapse shots.
Yeah. Cinematic is where a giant boat crashes into an iceberg. This is a robot chick gets a job at the post office.
It was in an awesome war that we can't fucking see.
Yeah. Fuck that war. This is like later.
Say don't show. Yeah.
So annoying.
You want to continue on, Alvin? Because I got something I want to say.
Are you gonna wait until the end of the whole show?
Should I wait now? Should I?
No, if you got say it. This is fuck this show. Say whatever you want.
Okay, I just didn't want to talk over people.
Oh, just slap me on the head and tell me you want to talk.
No, okay. Well, I was the one to pick this show for us to review because there was so much hype around it.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of hype around it because this is based off a light novel that was the first to win some sort of award, like KyoAni. I think this is made by KyoAni, and they have some competition where they'll make your novel, they'll render your novel into an animated series, and this won first prize, and it's the first novel to win first prize in like several years or something. And so there seems to be a split among the audience. There's some people are saying like this is like realized poetry, and if you don't get it, that means you're just some shonen action retard.
Oh, fuck those people.
And because like apparently they won because there's this sense that the sentences in the book, this is what I read or whatever. One of the judges saying like that so many of the sentences, the language try to convey feeling without telling just through simple gestures. So that's why you get a lot of tense faces whenever people hold back crucial information.
I just want to slap him upside the head for not fucking telling her the major was gone.
That was the tension.
Just tell him, man.
I did feel that. I felt like this isn't tension. This is a freaking jerk around.
I know.
Either the dude is dead or he's not. And I feel like either way you find out it's built up so much, it's bound to be disappointing. Like this reminded me what they were trying to do in this first episode with this girl always going about Gilbert Onichan. They remind me a lot of Millennium Actress. Millennium Actress, you have this girl growing up in post-war Japan who is obsessed with following this artist around that she's sheltered from the Imperial Army. And her entire life is just about going after this dude and finding out where he is. And the audience doesn't know what his fate is, but she doesn't either, right? So we're invested in her journey and trying to find out because nobody knows the answer. Here in our Violet Evergarden, people obviously have the freaking answer, but they won't say anything.
It's the mystery box.
It's very so goddamn annoying.
Yeah, how do you keep an idiot in suspense? Tell you next week, you know.
Tell you next week. Yeah. Here's another thing, though. Even though he didn't tell her straight off, like everybody was hoping he would, at the same time, you can pretty much tell what's happened to the guy. If you were like in the story yourself, you'd be able to tell just from what he's not saying.
No, but that could also be the more manipulation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like either way, if he's dead or if he's not dead, it's bound to be unsurprising. The only way they would surprise me at this point if it came out that Violet Evergarden was this Gilbert guy and didn't know it.
All right, I think this might be the quote you told me when you were reading up on this. When they're commenting on this this light novel winning first prize and being put into animation, some dude said, "A work suitable for our first grand prize. The writing clearly and simply conveys the author's message as well as allows the reader to imagine the character's emotions and scenes. It makes a strong case. Its appeal draws the reader in and makes them want to finish it all in one sitting. Connected with it how well, it's supposed to be auto-translate. Connected with it how strongly moved a lot of our judges, it was elected to win the grand prize." So that's about the light novel.
That's equivalent of saying like it won because I like it.
Yeah.
The guy's like, I was moved so fucking hard.
Great.
I don't know, man.
I had a seismic movement after reading this.
Okay, all right, check this out. There's a blonde and animated girl, teenager. Okay, all right, hold on. But she's got robot arms. I was moved. I was so moved. I award this worst anime ever.
Here's another thing to let you know exactly what's going on. The dude's mom, Tiffany Evergarden, because it's clearly his mom. She said, "I had a son who passed away in the war." I'm like, okay, there's your answer. He's dead.
Wait. No, the guy's not guilty. He's not the son.
I think they were trying to find that this was relatives, not necessarily his parents. But who knows?
They showed a picture of her son,
and that was a picture of the guy.
That wasn't Gilbert. I don't think.
Wasn't it him?
No, because then she's like, the robot girl was like, "I can't replace your dead son. Fuck off." She wouldn't say that about Gilbert if she was still wondering if he was alive.
No, it was Gilbert because it's tension or whatever the fuck.
Well, maybe, but I don't think that was Gilbert. I am a little confused. Like, she has that exchange with the mom of the house, and then later, when it's time for her to go home from her post office job, I think the guy says like, "Yeah, you kind of can't go back there," and I think it was because you pissed that lady off by saying, "Hey, I'm not here to replace your dead son." But I might be wrong.
No. I thought it's because she ran out and she demanded why he was dumping her there.
Oh,
that's what it was. She's like, not that the lady wasn't pissed. She just wanted an answer from Hodgins. I think his name is Hodgins or whatever. It's like, why are you dumping me here? She wants a place to work.
Oh, I thought she pissed that old lady off.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe it's so she pissed me off, and I just
that might be it.
I'm like, bitch, I would love to live in that house. God damn it.
No. She wanted to report back to duty, but I don't think she was sued. Well, the war was over. She couldn't.
Yeah, the war was over.
Yeah, he did tell her in the car, "Hey, the war is over." Well, there's still stuff. There's still fronts to fight on. There's still a need for soldiers.
Yeah,
I can see your point of view.
The post office.
Yeah. All right. So she pisses off the old lady, or she doesn't.
She doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
Either way, she makes an ass of herself. And dude's like, "Well, have a nice life." And she's like, "If you're just gonna, like Parapants said, she's like, if you're just gonna leave me here, just throw me away. Just I don't know, whatever."
Here comes the music. Here comes the music.
And then the music swells up.
Please
And then
don't
he's
stop
like, "All right,
me.
come with me. I'm gonna."
The connection between the reader and
Jesus Christ. Oh my
The author.
God.
Here's the music. The author's message.
Yeah. But all right, so he takes her to this place, and you don't know what it is at first. It's this huge ass fucking building. He's like, "Oh, I run a private post office in this building, and somehow I got a loan or something. I don't know."
In this town of 50,000 people, there's enough of a business that people want us to write letters that I converted like a hotel into a place where people can tell you.
Pretty much. Hey, you know what? He's got good business skills.
Oh, sure. That makes total sense.
He got along with the GI Bill, and he used it to start a business. Why are you?
Well, most of the population can't read, right? Is that it?
I don't know. That comes up later.
Is what it was.
Yeah, the town seems kind of nice for a town where half the people can't read. I don't know.
Well, I guess there are a lot of farmers.
They grow really great produce off this magic.
Yeah,
obviously. But no, it's that they can't write, not that they can't read.
So yeah. Wait, what?
What?
Right. That's why they have them writing.
Spent all this time learning how to read, and I never learned how to write.
Everybody has robot hands.
I forgot something. I knew I forgot something. School for 12 years, learned how to read.
Like reading this something down. Newspaper article. You're like, I'm going to write an angry response. Like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, imagine at school. Okay, kids, now it's time for reading and writing. Writing? Fuck that noise.
Right, yeah.
It's all about reading.
I got work.
Okay, dumb. There was one fucking guy who said he couldn't read. You think everybody can't read because one guy said it?
He said, "I've started a business here because the post office is so horrible,
yeah,
and B, so many people can't write.
He
they might
does
be
have
able to read."
A section of his business devoted to dictating because people are illiterate. So I think it's safe to say
because people are right.
Yeah, but all right. So he's like, "Hey, this guy's Benedict. He's gonna help you and shit." And he's like, "All right, sort the mail." And she sorts the mail without a break, and he's like, "Oh my god, you're so emotionless and hardworking, and why didn't you take a break? Blah 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 blah, whatever." And he's like, "Whatever, fuck off." And she ends up delivering the mail at night, and she's not supposed to. And the guy who owns the post office is like, "Why are you delivering the fucking mail at night?" And she's like, "I got nothing else to do." Yeah, because I'm just an emotionless doll. If I don't have Gilbert or somebody tell me what to do, I'm just lost. Or whatever.
I have a note for the writers of this show. Whenever Gilbert
stop writing.
Whenever Gilbert isn't on the screen, the other character should be like, "Where's Gilbert?" like, I wonder what Gilbert is up to.
6 feet around in a box. That's where he is.
Like, I must go now. Another anime.
Yeah, they should have called this show "Where's Gilbert?"
Why does no one tell her Gilbert's dead? That's what I call it.
No,
Gilbert. Oh my goodness.
And like
everything's about Gilbert. Oh wow.
Oh,
wow. Who's Gilbert? I don't know.
And then he could just skateboard out of there.
What's eating Gilbert?
Yeah.
Worms.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was a good novel. There you go. Sorry to use your real name. Yeah, no,
that was noble.
I don't give a shit. You can say my real name on here. I'm not scared of whoever.
Yeah. All right. So I thought there was this point where he catches her delivering mail at night, and he tells her that she has many burns. And I thought, this is me trying to give the show the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, oh, maybe they're going to go into PTSD and dealing with like psychological scars. But no, it's not that.
You fool!
It's the emotional connection.
It was deep.
Yeah. So they have a dinner. And I don't remember. All I remember, she can't cut a fish or some shit. And then the credits roll, and I'm like, but it keeps fucking going. And some dude's like, "Hey, this chick I used to fucking have the hots for." Like, all right, back at the post office, some country bumpkin comes in, and he's like, this chick's getting married, and I think he like writes. Does he write her a letter, say "I still love you" or something?
No, he dictates a letter to tell her he loves her.
But she's getting married to somebody, right?
She's getting married to somebody else. Yeah.
So he's like, I gotta write a letter and tell her I still love her.
He was the unsuccessful childhood friend, dude. Don't you recognize that character trope?
That's fucked up.
No. I think what's implied here is that the girl back home is telling him, hey, look, I'm not getting any younger and you're away. I'm going to marry this dude unless you maybe stop me, maybe tell me you love me, that you want to marry me.
Hold on. I think he's the unsuccessful childhood friend, personally.
That's usually why you write your old childhood friend to tell me that you're getting married, is to tell them, like, look,
I'm getting married. You're invited. Maybe that's
no.
No, I agree with you.
We're getting younger.
Oh, that would have been awesome. He's like, could you dictate this for me?
That would have been a good show.
Altar in your white dress. She's like, excuse me?
I mean, if they were going to have like a 12-minute end credit thing, everybody should just get out and start busting shiny suit puff daddy dances and be like, we're getting married.
God damn.
Would you have been on board then? If
Hell yeah! If they had a wedding like in a basketball court, and then the
was that the video for that song?
No, but I always like think like YouTubes of like black people getting married like in a gym, and then she throws the bouquet and it goes through the basketball net.
Oh, God damn! I wish I remembered more of that song. Do you remember that song, Noble?
I don't know. That you remembered any of it? I'm impressed.
No, sir, I don't.
We ain't getting younger. Might as well do it.
Wasn't a girl singing it. I can tell you that.
I don't remember this song.
Yeah, I
remember Let's Get Married. There's
remember Let's Get Married
version, and then there's the hype like club remix, dude. Where it's like, boom, boom, boom.
All the black chicks were because they were like,
God. It. Oops.
Yeah, I'll be editing.
Now you gotta edit it.
Yeah, all right.
Look, if Alvin remembers this damn song, I don't.
Yeah, you must have been on. You must that year. You're like Matthew Perry, who like did so many drugs he forgot.
That was her skip year.
Yeah. All right. So. So yeah, this guy's like, I gotta stop this chick from getting married. I think that's kind of a dick move.
I'm curious about where Parapants was extrapolating that from.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. How do you think his telling her, "No, I love you," is going to stop her?
That's not the point. It's disrespectful.
I love how the most contentious, emotionally resonant section of the show has to do with characters and situations that will never have nothing to do with the plot. Will never be revisited again.
Yeah. I'd rather there be an anime about this farmer trying to stop this whole girlfriend from getting married.
Like, well, we'll see you later, robot chick. Now the real.
I'm curious about where you were getting that from, though.
I'm an illiterate farmer that's trying to stop my old friend from getting married. That's the news.
All right, so like.
It's kind of like Short Circuit 2 has nothing to do with Steve Guttenberg and Ali Sheedy.
Yeah.
They just follow. Hey, remember that farmer from episode 1? Yeah, all right.
Still got that fucking horrible caricature of an Indian, though.
I didn't even realize that guy was.
He was the actual Indian.
No, he was not.
He should have been more like a real Indian, like Apu.
His name was Fish. Is it Fisher Stevens? Is the white guy who pretended to be Indian in those movies?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, was he? Yeah. He wasn't Indian?
He's white, dude. How the fuck did you realize that?
You don't know about that?
Give that man an Oscar.
You don't know people's sexes. You don't know people's races. What the fuck?
I didn't know he was a very convincing Indian, and I was like,
"He's not."
Alvin,
that's a white dude. They put brown makeup on, and he talked with an accent.
All right, I'm gonna look up the "Let's Get Married" song and this guy.
Alvin Peter Sellers wasn't actually Chinese either, just to let you know.
Oh, who's Peter? No, he wasn't.
All right. So they pull a little bait and switch, I think, because this guy comes in. He's like, "I gotta dictate this letter," and then she takes him in, and then I think he starts the letter, but then like this female voice takes over, but it's not the voice of the main character. And it's this female voice kind of dictating his letter. And you're like, what the fuck's going on? And at the end, it's like, oh, hey, I'm a character you've never met before. That was me talking just now. And I'm like, that was fucking confusing.
Tiff McGee popped up out of no goddamn where. Like, who the fuck are you?
She's like, I'm here to sell figurines.
I'm here to show cleavage and write letters, baby.
I'm all out of letters.
Yeah, she was just kind of like thrown in at the last minute. That just kind of ruined the rhythm for me. The pacing of the show.
And then the fucking main character gets a bug up her ass, and she's like, I want to do that because this guy said I love you, and I don't know what that means, even though the colonel said it to me.
Christ.
And like the guy who runs the place is like, usually we reserve that job for people with emotions.
Yeah.
Who can actually, it's like your job is to actually interpret what the person is feeling and put it on paper. You don't feel anything.
Can you imagine hiring her for that service?
You would be horrible at this job.
Yeah.
I will lose money.
You're hired. You're hired.
Yeah, go sit her goofy ass down somewhere.
But you know what?
But I need to know how to love.
It's like,
you want to love the guy who's dead?
What is love?
Don't hurt me.
But he's like, hey, you know what, kid? You got moxie.
Too bad he didn't tell her the opposite of that. Like, yeah, you got spunk. I hate spunk.
Ugh.
Yeah, he had a
shut the fuck
cigar
up.
hanging off of his lip and saying like, I like the cut of your jib, kid.
So you will be the new auto memory doll, which is really awkward title.
That
She
is
said,
so
"Gee, thanks,
creepy.
Mr. Jameson."
That is
And
so fucking creepy.
that's it. It's like it's weird how this show just took like a hard kind of turn right at the end. It's like, oh, and this is my new job. I found my calling at the very end. All right, see you next time. It's like, whoa, what? Oh, okay. But
they got that from. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
She went from yammering on about this Gilbert dude to being dumped off at some old people's house to working in a post office to I don't know, being some sort of like liaison.
Being what do they call them in the court?
A stenographer.
Yeah.
It's called failing up.
I think that's the Japanese title.
Yeah, the story of what happens to pretty white girls
with robot hands.
With robot hands, yeah.
Towards the end, there's another flashback. There's plenty of flashbacks where she's in this bloody alley with Gilbert and he's dying and he says, I love you. But in one of the flashbacks towards the end, her arm falls off. So it's like
clunk.
Did she always have robot arms?
Oh, she lost her teenager arms. She's gonna get her adult arms soon.
Yeah, or are those robot arms replacement for her real arms?
Oh, dude, you're joking, right?
She's like, hold on,
yeah, no, I'm not.
You know her fucking arms. She lost her arms, clearly.
So she lost her human arms.
Yes.
And now she has robot arms.
Yes.
So is she a robot or a human?
A cyborg.
No, but was she a cyborg before?
No, she had human hands and arms.
So she was.
There's a lot of times they let 10-year-old girls be in the army. I mean, what are you talking about?
No, but it's like, is this going to be one of those shows?
Because she said she was some sort of like a mega weapon or something.
Yeah, she's supposed to.
Yeah, just a weapon, but not that she had robot arms. She had human arms. You saw one fall off.
So she was like a completely human war weapon.
Apparently.
I mean, I know if we read a little bit, we'd find out. But I mean,
no, I'm pretty damn sure that's what was happening. I mean, they're not going to show a human arm fall off if she had robot arms the whole time. And if she had robot arms the whole time, why didn't she pick them up with her hands instead of her teeth when she was pulling on his shirt?
Because she was trying to pull him. Go ahead.
But then she never had human emotions then.
Apparently.
No, but she's
a child soldier.
If she's nothing but a child soldier, then it's like, then I just want to slap someone because it's like, that's your super weapon.
Of 10-year-old. You know what would have made this show so much better?
What?
Is if when her arm fell off and landed on the floor, it went boing.
I'd rather this anime be about her arm.
Oh,
the arm just falling downstairs and then rotting at the bottom of them.
I called it a farewell to arms.
Farewell to.
I want this show to be about that motherfucking letter that went flying across the universe.
Oh yeah, that thing was never gonna.
That was cool.
So dramatic. The music's
gonna be about.
The music made it float out into.
Are you gonna fall in love? Are you gonna find a little tea shop somewhere in a small village?
Did James Cameron direct this anime?
It has a Little Mermaid soundtrack.
Yeah.
Was it pretty but fucking pointless? Yes, James Cameron did.
It grew legs.
Yeah. I wish the show would grow legs and go somewhere.
Damn.
Man, Awful Magic, you said what
He's
did
on
Awful
point.
Magic that was the worst anime we had watched?
Up to this point?
There's been so many horrible animes that we've watched.
The
It's like,
babysitting one, I think. Wasn't that the babysitting one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
this is definitely worse than the babysitter one.
What was
The babysitter one is only aspiring to be as good or bad as a babysitter anime could be. This one's trying to be like, oh wow,
And the way
this
it's
one's
built
trying
up.
so hard. Like,
Jesus
wow,
Christ.
this is a very important show.
It's super important, bro.
Like we spent the hair has to be perfect in the
Because it
music.
won an award, and you know everything. Judges are never wrong.
Yes.
I just want to say that if you're listening to this fucking show and you like Violet Evergarden, that's okay.
Go get help.
No, you're good.
Hey,
I'm not gonna give you shit for liking something. Just
If you
Just
like
fuck
Violet
away from it.
Evergarden and you are, I don't know, over
developmentally
20
disabled.
Yeah, if you're over like 23 and you like this show, man, that's cool. Just
Just
don't try and hang out with me, Like,
Stay away
Alvin
from
and
me.
I were saying that
stay away from me, right?
Alvin and I were saying that this is the show that we probably would have liked maybe 20 some odd years ago.
No, I take that back.
What?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Yeah, there need to be a lot more action in this show for me to get into it.
You know why? Because we started talking about Kiki's Delivery Service, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't like that either. So just because you're high quality back then, I wasn't that desperate. I would just watch like Street Fighter again or something.
I
Street
guess
Fighter
I would have tried
2V?
to have watched it,
Yeah.
but there wasn't enough in this first, and I seriously doubt there would be enough in the second episode to make me so invested in her journey to, I don't know, become a real girl.
Oh God. Just give her blue hair and put the fucking giant robots in already.
Yeah, everything is so stock like character. Like I'm a very
So
quiet
just
robot
fucking
girl.
Ray again.
Yeah, and then the guy who picks her up is like, I'm a slightly older, like college age boy, and I'm like very serious about work, but I also am goofy and kind of a hippie. And you're like, oh, please, just smash my head. Yeah, smash my head with a sledgehammer is enough.
Well, people try to say this character is different because she grows, not because of her experiences, but through the experiences of other people. And I'm saying, no, that's still kind of thin. It's not enough. I've seen this character before.
But I feel like we've spent like this first episode, and maybe it's the establishing episode, but we spent 90% of the time with her and her problems and her backstory. I mean, it did get interesting when like this bumpkin tried to ruin his friend's wedding with the letter. But that was like 3 minutes before the end. I don't know. I mean,
Shortly before the end.
If they just kind of introduce this chick, like, and then like maybe halfway through the cartoon, it's like your job is to like dive into the heads of these bumpkins and try to figure out what the fuck they're feeling, and then put it on paper.
Oh shit! Remember Me? Video game?
that also bored me. Remember Me, the video game made by French people.
Yeah.
But
French people.
Oh, but she had a butt on the cover. Darn.
She had a button. What?
She had a butt on the cover. That didn't make the game good. Fuck.
Oh, you're talking about Remember Me. The butt wasn't big enough, Noble.
Oh shoot.
Okay. But yeah, I think we've thoroughly gone over this one. Good effort. Like I said before, if you like it, then you're in for a treat. But I think I'm gonna pass a Rooney on this.
Well, did you guys think it was beautiful? At least I thought it was.
Oh yeah, it looked
aesthetically
really
beautiful.
nice.
What do you think, Office Magic?
It's very intricate. It's a lot of work went into this.
Actually,
People got paid. They tell you to draw these characters and these backgrounds, and they pay you. Just let's get this done. Let's do it. That's it.
I'm usually like I could appreciate like really nice anime backgrounds. Like there are some shows like, oh, what was that one with the girls who went in the radioactive field? Fuck, it was like named after a flower, but it had really nice backgrounds.
Oh yeah, you watched that one. I didn't.
I tried to watch it. I couldn't. It was shit. But like there was one called, I think it was Money and Soul and the Possibility of Control. That one had nice, weird kind of backgrounds.
Oh, yeah.
But
Damn, I like
this
that
one,
title.
yeah, it kind of petered out towards the end. But like this one, the backgrounds were competent in an academic sense, but they didn't thrill me.
Well, did they seem a little too picturesque and stilted to you?
Also, I mean, everything was like very on scale and, very, what's the word? Everything was very accurate.
It was like almost trying to be live action with the shots.
Yeah, but it's just very pedestrian. There's nothing exciting about the design. It's just, hey, it's like 100 years ago,
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing very daring about it. It's just
it looks nice. Nothing really to it though.
Yeah,
but I mean, they worked so hard to make it, to make the animation work, and the backgrounds are nice, the costumes are nice, and the hair is nice. But there's nothing original about it or exciting. There's nothing.
Did you guys ever watch Mushishi?
No.
Oh, you should watch that. That's a good ass show.
Oh, beautiful, very beautiful, lush imagery.
Yeah,
and so gorgeous.
But there's an actual good show behind it too, right?
Oh
yeah. No, I'm gonna take you to task about this Avatar thing. I mean, Avatar had like blue people.
They can't take me to task on fucking Avatar. Just sit down and be quiet.
You could say, "Hey, I don't like the blue people," but you can't say, "Oh, those blue people are boring." Like I've seen blue people so many times.
Hey, Office Man.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Avatar.
Okay, but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the guy who did watch Avatar.
I did watch Avatar.
Avatar was about giant blue cat people who I guess were kind of sort of like what's that show? Thundercats. But
don't you dare.
Thundercats.
No, they were not.
They did kind of look like lions.
This motherfucker.
Blasphemy.
They weren't interesting in the slightest. So
get off of my goddamn show.
Well, a guy made a 3-hour movie about a planet with floating mountains and blue people, and I think that's a little more interesting than a blonde chick with metal arms,
Visually, yes, but there's nothing else going on there.
Okay, well, visually it took risks. This show did not take risks visually.
Yeah, no, it did not. It did
right.
Not. It tried very hard to be one.
That's what I'm saying. We're in agreement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, I'd say that the plot of Avatar is actually a lot more interesting than this.
Oh no!
I mean, in Avatar, some stuff. I was going to try not to swear. Some stuff happened in Avatar.
Well,
but by a half hour in Avatar, there's a guy in a wheelchair, and he goes to a planet, and he becomes a giant blue person.
Yeah, but we all knew exactly what was going to happen.
At least it was like.
No. Okay, for one thing, you're not being fair. This show was like 30 minutes. You're talking about entire.
No, I'm saying the first 30 minutes of Avatar are better than the first 30 minutes of the show.
You know what? I haven't seen it, but I can accept that.
Yeah.
I think
you don't have to accept that, but I will say that I way rather watch the first 30 minutes of Avatar than watch the first 30 minutes.
No, I think I'd rather watch Violet Evergarden. Avatar was boring. I could tell.
It's not like Avatar is the #1 movie of all time.
Yeah, because remember, money equals quality. Oh wait,
no. I mean, it's not the money. Well, it's people buy tickets to a movie.
Well, hold on. Violet Evergarden just came out, man. You don't know how much money it's going to make.
It's not going to make any money because it's already on Netflix and people don't have to pay to see it.
All right, Noble, real quick. Avatar or Violet Evergarden?
I'd much rather watch Violet.
Yeah, I'm with Noble on that.
All right, well.
I don't know. I think I'd probably rather watch Avatar.
You've never seen it. If you saw it, you'd be like,
"Oh my god!" Okay, all right, yeah. You know what?
Do I really need to watch this chick wandering around with her? I hate that whole chicks as dolls.
I need to learn. I guarantee you, if you watch Avatar, at no point is somebody going to say, "I need to know what love is." I want you to show me.
No, they'll just say a plethora of other cliche crap.
Yeah, I would do the same. I would watch Avatar, but I'd change the language to like French or something, and then I'd just do the subtitles.
So that's smart.
That's cringy.
Yeah.
Sacre bleu, it's a blue cat.
Le feline.
Sacre bleu feline.
Azur. I don't know how they say it.
There's a French character. There's a French character on Paw Patrol, and then when they so my daughter watches it in French. Like sometimes he says French stuff, and they don't translate it, and it's weird.
Wait. Is it a French poodle?
No, there's this sea captain. He has a French cousin who's supposed to be an annoying French guy, but that doesn't really make sense when everybody speaks French.
I got Les Noble Savage Blue Savages. Yay.
Savages. All right. I want to wrap this up so we can
We'll never wrap this up. This YouTube will go forever.
Keep this going. This is our personal health.
Definitely.
No.
At least as long as Avatar.
Everybody, if you're listening, I'm sorry that this took so long. Thank you.
And the show was 22 minutes, but our commentary on the show was 77 minutes.
Yeah, we're not editing though, because fuck that. But all right, well, everybody, thanks for chiming in. Let's watch another show later.
Oh God!
Who's picking this time?
Wait! I just want to say, like, I think it's absolutely criminal that this story got such a beautiful, thorough treatment.
Yeah, when Babysitter Club, you know,
and
fucking
but
Berserk.
Berserk,
Thank you.
Got the worst anime treatment ever.
Shitty in that.
So bad.
They were trying something new.
And can you imagine, Noble? Because I think you're the only one who watches Berserk. But could you imagine like really good animation, like this animation with Berserk?
I'd love it.
Oh my God!
Every second of it.
But
so are you guys saying that you like Berserk? Is that what you're saying?
Imagine rewatching The Dawn with this kind of animation.
Yeah, so imagine Paw Patrol with this anime.
Yeah, maybe you wouldn't be so salty
Still
about
horrible.
it. Look like this.
If it was Paw Patrol, you would.
Goodness.
All right, I want to cut this off so we can. Yeah.
So
Okay,
next week we're gonna watch the first episode of Paw Patrol, and
we might, if we run out of anime, we might. All right, everybody, say goodbye.
Bye. Bye.